We'll zoom around the map on now. Peanut.
Yeah, Gory. Let's see whether he can just land an ultimate, how much damage they can actually get down as Emperor's Divide comes through, says goodbye Peanut. No flash required from Chovy, just has to invest the ult. Now going to get a bit of damage back onto the Trundle. So, okay, Dr. Arm going to be able to avoid the Solar Flare, majority of it anyway, as the hook is going to connect onto Deft. There's a Moonlight Vigil as well as Kellen well and truly in there. The play comes back, but Willer is here. The flash forward from Vista, and that's going to be first blood going over to Deft. Dr. Arm, nothing he can do about his support going down.
And a bit disjointed there from Nongshim. Kellen going very deep before Peanut is there. Beautiful timing from Willer, just a little bit quicker on the play. And the turnaround from Hanwha Life working out very, very well there.
Yeah, and you've got Peanut there towards the bottom side of the map, maybe thinking about what to do with this Rift Herald. It is 3/4 of the way used up, so he has to use it pretty soon.
Give up, and Nongshim, I've been okay with a lot of the things that you feel like, go, but now I want to fight.
Yeah. Not going to find the Zenith Blade. There's the Solar Flare as Vista gets over the wall and Deft just pops the Thresh. Teleport's now coming in as Willer's going to have to flash away. Heartbreaker there as well as there's the ultimate from Rich. The team fighting on this guy still very good as Vista will be taken down in the end. Dr. Arm going to claim that kill as I believe it was just a 1-for-1, but the health bar's looking pretty good. Oh, I say that. Until Deft lands a piercing arrow, and that is going to mean that Nongshim now on the back foot just a little bit. Willer at 50%. No one actually going to start this one off just yet. Now Hanwha come on through. They should be able to get to Soul Point now, so a big win for Hanwha Life Esports.
You're going to be fighting on the back foot for the entirety of the series as Morgan.
Possibly out of position, but no. Play is going to come through. Hanwha Life, they get the information. They're on top of a ward, though, that is out of the range of both of those control wards. As now Rich could be in trouble. Morgan at full health. Finds the cannon, who's now looking to try and turn it, but Morgan does have that hook shot available. And is going to be able to keep himself safe as now Hanwha getting slightly out-rotated. Dr. Arm with some free reign on this turret will be able to take it down. Now Vista looking for Peanut. Okay, no Zenith Blade going to connect, and the Pillar of Filth comes through. Hook not going to land either, as that's a teleport, an aggressive one as well, as Willer heads into the mist, and Rich just gets out of there. Kellen going to get slowed down by the Solar Flare, as Morgan looks for it, finds the stun with the hook shot. Kellen goes golden, a 4-man Moonlight Vigil, though, is going to do a lot of damage, as Rich ulties, but doesn't really find too much. Morgan goes into his stopwatch, and it's 2 kills now for Hanwha Life Esports, who are now looking to turn it. There's the Heartbreaker onto Peanut, who's trying to run this one out. Vista falls down, but the resets are coming through, and Dr. Arm trying to hold on to this one. Flashes over the wall, but Deft finds him with the hail of arrows, and Rich now, the last man standing. There's no Drake to take, but how about a Baron or some turrets here, Hanwha Life Esports?
And that's exactly the risk that we were talking about. Nongshim try to force in vision with a flank teleport from Rich. What happens instead is he goes in and immediately has to use his flash. And that flash means that later on, when there is a beautiful Moonlight Vigil getting hit from Dr. Arm, it doesn't lead to anything. There's no follow-up damage. Gory teleporting in the middle of 5 people is just gonna immediately blow him up, and then the subsequent punish from Hanwha Life, very well deserved. That's Baron.
Yeah.
That's the first big break in this game.
This game is certainly wide open. Let's have a look at this one more time. Like you said, it was a very optimistic teleport, an immediate flash from Rich.
And the immediate flash is so important because I think that this is still salvageable. Imagine if you have the flash, you see this ultimate from Dr. Arm, you see these health bars, and if Rich can actually get on top of that backline, Gory might live here, or at the very least he'll take someone with it. Instead, the flank from Morgan buys so much time. Immediately every ultimate gets used just in an attempt to make sure that he doesn't get too much done. And then it is just the cleanup. It's going to be the soul, or at least a very good position to try and get themselves a soul as well. And
oh no, Rich goes for the face check. Slicing Maelstrom does come through. There's the Zhonya's at the same time. Nongshim, can they get here though to save their cannon? The answer is no, as Vista moves on forward. He's looking for Peanut, who has no flash, no escape. Deft grabs his 6th of the game. And Hanwha will be able to collect themselves the Cloud Soul as well to augment the Baron that they already have. No smite, no chance of a steal. And Hanwha are in absolute control of this game.
And now as Nongshim, your ways out are starting to feel more and more desperate. You're talking about things like an Elder Steal out of nowhere, and if Hanwha play well, that should never be a risk, as here you see Willer and Morgan on the prowl, looking for someone on the side. And even with the game state, like in terms of gold, it's actually pretty close. you see how much damage is being done there, right? Like, it's not like Nongxin have been fighting from a deficit. It's just these key moments are just being played way better by Hanwha Live.
Yep.
The positioning in their team fights is just superior. And if both Chovy and Deft can just do as they want freely, never actually get threatened by either a Scatter, a Pillar, or Rich, they're fine.
Do you know what is really, really scary about this? Chovy straight up whiffed his ultimate. I'm going to have to hold that thought. Explosion and goodbye Leona. As Kellen in a bit of trouble as well. Hanwha seeing whether they can put them in a position that they want them. Deft almost by himself taking down Kellen as he has absolutely zero mana and now is walking into the pillar. The rest of Hanwha moving on over. Immediate flash there from Deft as they were buying space for Chovy to come through, and now he's going to be the one that sweeps everyone up. Willer decides he wants to be an AD carry, and that baiting was just magnificent from this Varus.
All planned, Atlas.
What the heck, man?
As Deft working very hard to keep his perfect KDA here, and surely that's going to be the end. 20 seconds still left on the Baron buff, but look at the Deft timers, and I thought maybe Deft dies, but then they still turn the fight. He doesn't even go down.
It's exactly like what he said after that Baron fight. He's like, well, I have my flash available. I'm the one that needs to make the play. Well, he did it. He made the last play, and the Nexus is going to follow suit. Hanwha upgrading their performance from yesterday with a Game 1 victory.
나펠도 있어, 펠도 있어.
앞에 좀 봐도 되나?
앞에 와줘, 신다 높을.
나와. 캐넨 뭐다.
이거 한명 봐줘. 신다 높을.
힘들어.
나이스.
나이스. 미드 가자.
캐넨 돈이 아직 안 쏠 것 같거든?
괜찮아, 끝내.
또 그냥 머리 박아.
라인이랑 같이 박을게, 천천히.
캐는 높.
박아대.
캐는 높이야. 나이스.
끝내자.
빼자.
천천히 끝내자.
아니 이걸 불러와 나.
너 시레시 10초.
나를.
태웠어.
위에 거부터.
위에 거부터.
나이스. 3초.
잘했다. 나이스. 다음 판. 파이팅. 나이스.